He's getting pecked right now. Come on, eat him. Oh my God.
Let's go, Sizzle.
Oh my God. It's a big fish, dude. Ugh, swimming against the current in front of the bow. That's how fast we're drifting. I can't stop him, dude. Holding bottom. Hooked up, guys. It's only taken me like 4 hours today to get hooked up on the boat, but we are not giving up. This video is brought to you by HAIRCLUB, but we just gotta see if I can actually catch this fish.
With our new friend Justin.
I can't turn it.
And just real tough bite. And this is like our first serious bite of the day. Big fish, 40-pound leader. Put him in a holder.
Oh my God.
There you go. Get that shark out.
I just think it's a Goliath.
I don't think it's a
I
Goliath.
don't know how he's not broken me off though.
It's an AJ.
What's the world's biggest black grouper? No, I just jinxed it.
I'm backing up. You should be able to get line.
I am.
All right, this could be the fish of the day.
If we catch it. Ooh, he's taking line.
Jesus.
Golly. I think it's a big old grouper. Look at the massive head jakes. The last 2 AJs we caught, you swore it was a shark up and down all day.
The whole time I swore it was a shark.
So, and I was like, no, that's an AJ.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that assessment of what happened.
I just, but I had no choice.
I can back up a little faster.
You have to speed up a little faster. We're at stalemate.
Let's go. Let's party. Backing down.
This is crazy.
World record.
Miracle catch. Unexpected catch.
This is a world record unexpected miracle catch. Here's how you do it. This is a world record catch. It would be a miracle if she catches this. This is so unsuspecting. I never thought this would happen. I gotta get all the YouTube titles in there in case I use one. This has gotta be the biggest AJ I've ever seen. This has gotta be the sickest shark we've ever caught. Can you believe this grouper we're about to catch?
Oh my God.
Look at Darcizzle fighting that fish. It's the HAIRCLUB fish of the day.
It is angling now, you're right.
Is it?
Yeah.
Here's the AJ pricker.
Make sure you got gloves ready or whatever.
Yeah.
I think we got about 100 feet.
Oh, yeah.
A little more, maybe.
I think you should be on the other side of the boat, but whatever.
Get on the other side?
That's what I think.
All right.
The rod's going that way.
All right, we're going right now.
All right, let's do it. All right, Sizzle's still on this fish. Nice and
This
steady.
fish is floating.
I don't see nothing floating.
He's no longer fighting. He's coming right up. I'm gonna back the drag off because this fish is coming up.
All right.
Just scoping out.
Everybody's curious.
World record catch.
Let's go, Sizzle.
There's my weight, deep color.
All right. Oh, you can maybe prick them more.
Here comes my weight. I'm gonna walk back, Brian.
Yeah.
Big AJ, big fish. Told you, 100%.
Not everybody tip over. All right, I got it.
I backed off the drag if I need to let go.
Okay.
You're good, you're good. Big AJ.
Grouper. It's a grouper.
It's a grouper. Hold on, he's barely hooked. Get him, get him, get him.
It's okay.
Good job, Justin. What? 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 Did I freaking tell you, grouper? I told you. I told you.
Warsaw.
Let's look up the Warsaw right now.
You better hurry up.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What? Freaking told you no shark. How sick.
Sick.
How sick. All right, we gotta look it up. Because I've never caught a Warsaw in my entire freaking life.
Never once.
Never once. Justin is my new good luck on the boat. He's coming with me no matter what.
This is our man Justin. He actually met him. I don't like to use this word, but he was a fan or a follower on Facebook. He's the guy that wins.
Open! Bag limit 1! I don't see any special numbers for these things. Hold on. Can you look it up on FWC? I'm gonna take a break, but I think it's open and we're good. That's so sick.
Awesome. Let's get a picture of him first before he dies or whatever.
And then look it on FWC, but I'm pretty sure we're good.
All right.
That was just totally unexpected, weird miracle catch today. We were totally right about that. We got it up. And Justin, like, he's a hardcore fisherman, like fly fisherman and everything, and he just said that was the most craziest catch he's ever seen on a 40-pound test. Just truly epic. All right, really curious on the size of this guy. How long would you say I fought that thing for?
I don't know. Half hour?
I hope this is pretty accurate, but looks like he's gonna be 26 pounds.
Nice.
26-pound Warsaw. And he's just so awkwardly shaped, and Justin was just telling me pound for pound, like, they're just built differently and they're just so muscular. Like, look how fat and wide that sucker is. He's just not like your standard black or gag you would see. Wow.
That's funny because like 20 minutes ago, before we caught that fish, we hadn't
were
caught
so
anything.
upset.
Justin caught an Almaco, which
Yes.
is like no big deal around
We
here.
were out 2 days before in Boynton. We didn't catch a single thing. Came out here today. We were failing so far.
So you gotta put your time in.
And this shows you it takes one bite to turn your day around.
It's like hitting a hole in one.
Woo!
Are you gonna show them how you bleed that fish?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna do it in the bag to make it easy. This fish has been kind of dead for a little longer than I like, but we're gonna try and bleed him out anyways. Get him in here so I don't lose him. Over the side. He's very brown, but he's very beautiful. And what you can do is you can come in here and into the gill plates and you can rake those. What I do is I just stab them with the bait breaker blade right here. Whoa, be careful, rocking and rolling. There's also many other ways to do it. Some people say like right behind the pet fins, poking right there. And then I also like to come down here by the throat and I make a couple puncture wounds in there as well. Wow, this fish is tough and he'll bleed out. So that's pretty much good for me. You'll see the blood coming out. There you go. That's how you bleed out a fish.
All right. And I know you guys always ask about ikijimi. How do you say that, Justin? Ikijimi, iwijimi? Like how you kill tunas and stuff. It really helps, and I guess maybe we'll start doing that. But Justin has done like a lot more like tuna fishing than stuff that us. Do you guys do that with your tunas up north?
A lot of guys do.
Yeah.
And they run the cord through the spine.
Ah, the cord through the spine. That's high level.
Yep.
Right. Back at the house, guys, and I didn't have time on the boat because we couldn't catch any fish. There's only fish we really caught. And I really want to give you guys information on how to catch the fish. I don't want to be one of those channels where we don't go over the techniques and the tackle, all right? So we're back at the house. We're going to get right to filleting that grouper. As soon as Darcy gets back, she's at a HAIRCLUB big time photo shoot, so it's very exciting. So first thing, I was power drifting that spot. It was 150 feet of water. I didn't have enough rope to anchor. If you want to catch bottom fish, you really have to anchor, okay? That's how you're going to catch quality fish. Otherwise, you're just scooting across the water, going too fast for a quality fish to eat that bait, okay? You'll catch little fish a lot of times, little dumb fish, but you're not going to get the quality big muttons and definitely not the big groupers, okay? So I was power drifting, which means I was driving into the current to slow our drift down to like 1 knot while they were fishing off the back, and like it was like 3 or 4 knots, which is insane. So that's that. So now the gear, the reel, we're using Shimano Torium 20 PGAs. And what is that? And with this nice handle, which is great. You're gonna use whatever reel it is, you're gonna use like a power ratio, which is like 4.8 to 1. The Torium is a very popular reel for that. People like a lot of other brands too. It's personal preference a lot. The rod, we are using, this is where Darcy and I kind of differ. I like to use, as advised by some other great captains, and what I've found is a regular boat rod. This is a 5'9", 40 to 80 pound Shimano Talus full trolling rod. It's very stiff, okay? If you get a big AJ on here, which happens all the time, you're gonna need that, okay? And so that's what I'm using. This is, again, 5'9", very short. I like that because of the lever, right? If this is a lever, a shorter lever is giving the fish less leverage to pull down. My fulcrum's right here, and so I can yank this fish up, right? Now, Darcy has it, we're using the same reel for simplicity's sake, but she is using and she loves it, and this is Miami Mutton Man suggested. He is like pretty much the legend or the king of bottom fishing down in Miami and Key Largo area. And this is his custom rod. He sells his on the website. You can go buy one too, but this is about 2 feet longer. It's almost 8 feet. I think it's 7'8" actually, okay? So now, in his theory is that on an initial bite, you have more, your lever is longer, so you can raise it more, okay? So the tip goes higher, and so you can get that fish off the bottom faster. I think particularly with Darcy, you know, the fish has so much leverage like this, and I know she's wonderful, but she's still just a lightweight young lady, right? And, you know, I think the fish has so much more leverage. I think she'd be better with a short rod, but, you know, that's personal preference, right? All right, so that's the deal with that. Let's get to the rig, okay? And I've gone over this rig before. Again, I don't want to be one of those videos with not information in it. So we use what we call a modified fish finder or Carolina rig. A lot of guys use this, and we initially heard about it from Captain Dave Sugar from Sweet Enough Charters down in Largo, but also Miami Mutton Man uses the same rig. So we got 50-pound braid on here, stacked full. Some people might tell you that's too little. I don't know, whatever. There's some personal preference in that. We don't seem to have an issue. Then we're gonna put like a top shot on that. We're using 40-pound floor right here. You can go higher, maybe 60 if you want, whatever. And then we put on a swivel, okay? Then we put on a bead, okay? Then we put another swivel, and then we got our leader. Let's get back up to here. First swivel, you're going to attach a length of line, just tie it on with a uni knot, and this can be whatever. It's going to be either going to be less poundage than your regular line, or you're going to tie a knot in it. Tying a knot in any line will approximately decrease the strength of it by 50%. So this will break off sooner. And Miami Mutton Man uses about 2 feet for this with a loop on the end, and this is where you put your weight. All right, I'll put a little picture here. So this slides, the weight is going to slide back and forth, and you got all this line, or you got all this length on your, got some knuckleheads over here singing, doing some construction, so if you hear anything. And so this is going to keep your leader up above some fans and some of the bottom crap, okay, maybe. And again, that's personal preference how long you want this, but this is about 2 feet, and again, that's your sliding weight. And the key is here, with this loop, you can change the weights really fast instead of having to cut it, all right? So you just loop on another weight. Then the leader, you're going to use a longest leader as possible for your skill level and the current, okay? That's because these big, good fish are shy, and so the longer the leader and the lighter leader, you're going to get more bites, okay? But of course, the trade-off is more cutoffs, right? Of course. So again, if you're anchored up and you're mutton fishing, you can use a 50-foot leader, and I do. So we start off here in Southeast Florida, where there's a lot of pressure with 40 pound, okay? You know, guys in the Keys, and like Miami Mutton Man, start off for like 60 or 80, okay? Less pressure, better current, you know, but you do what you got to do. But we start off at 40, and Darcy caught that fish on 40. So, and these are all uni knots. So she has like 5, 10, 15, 20. So this is 20, okay, which is about average for us. And you know, again, we were drifting, so you're not anchored, you use a longer leader. And the hook, she's using a big J hook. This is O'Shaughnessy bait hook, one of the best Mustad O'Shaughnessy bait hook. One of the best fishermen in Stewart uses these hooks. He uses a 6 or an 8 usually. You can also use a circle hook, of course. You're going to use at least a 1-time strong on the bottom. We're going to use just a regular circle hook on the top for pelagics. I've also been using these VMC standard non-offset circle hooks with 8s and 6s. They've been really great, and that's really the gist of it, okay? And we prefer live bait, but all kinds of dead bait works all the time. We're going to get right to Darcy filleting that fish. Let's go.
Back at the house, guys. Let's get this delicious fish out of the HAIRCLUB cooler. Got them iced down really well, and I'm just really excited to fillet my first ever Warsaw grouper and show you guys the process. All right, there's our fish. Let's get him on the table. And when he was in my cooler earlier, he was very slimy, and it looks like he's just as slimy as before. I just want to show you guys, this is crazy. Do you see that? That is just like the nastiest thing. This deep water grouper has so much slime, and it's a coat that helps protect them from parasites attaching to them. So before I fillet them, let me get all this slime off. We're gonna be using my Smith consumer product blades today. We've got their fillet knives and also my Darcizzle fillet knives, so don't forget about that. We got a promo code you guys can use, Darcizzle 15% off plus free shipping. But let's dive right into filleting this delicious fish. So like I said, this is a deep water grouper, commonly known as a deep water grouper, found in depths of over 300 feet and above and deeper. This fish was very, very shallow, very rare and uncommon to catch one so shallow, so close to shore. So we're gonna just dive right into this like any other fish I would fillet. I just try to get a lot of slime off of him, but he's still covered in slime, so we're just gonna do our very best. But these fish, I don't know if you guys know, this is a 30 pounder. They get up to 400 pounds. The world record is like 400 and something pounds. And a 350 pound fish was aged at 50 years old. So these fish live a very long time. And they're also just covered in crazy, super razor sharp edges that'll cut you. That'll sever an artery right there. Even in their dorsal fin, they have a crazy sharp blade right here. That is razor sharp. Even on their dorsal fin, and the dorsal fin up here is just, every one of those spikes are razor sharp. So you guys gotta watch yourself if you ever put one in your boat. All right, let's dive right into this. We're just gonna fillet it like a lot of other fish you guys see me do. We're just going right behind that gill plate, and we're gonna work all the way into the head as much as we possibly can. And I'm gonna just do this with feel. That way, let the knife do this for me and glide over those bones. And I really like to feel where it's soft so I can get the knife in there. But it looks like we can go pretty far up into his head. Perfect. Now we're just gonna run the knife down his backbone like any other fish. And are you guys seeing these scales? Like they have layers and layers of scales, like very similar to cobia. But those scales, that's another thing that just protects them on the bottom and where they live in the structure and rocks and stuff. So we're just going right down the back, all the way to the tail, going through the tail. And now we're just gonna take our time and go down the backbone here. He's an awkwardly shaped fish, so I'm gonna do the very best that I can, but I'm really excited to see this meat. I know any grouper is pretty much delicious, but I am just so thrilled and excited to have my first ever. And I'm really just letting that knife glide for me. I'm gonna turn him up a little bit. Sometimes this gives me a better angle so I can get in there. And he has a massive belly on him too, but wait till you guys see this gorgeous meat. Oh my gosh, it looks amazing. All right, now we're to the spine. You guys see that? That is just like some of the most gorgeous looking meat I have ever seen on a fish. So excited to see what Cooking with Puddin' cooks for us in the kitchen. But you see, I'm just taking my time, working all the way down on this delicious fish. Also, if you guys didn't know, grouper is one of those fish that is the only grouper that has 10 dorsal spines, which is pretty cool. And they're most similarly related to the Goliath. All right, now turn them back up, and we're gonna fillet off the rest of this fish. See how crazy his rib cage bones stick out. Look at that fillet, guys. Wow. All right, so like I said, if you're interested in this blade, you saw how razor sharp that was, and it just cut them up with ease, no problem. You guys check them out. Smith Consumer Products, Darcizzle 15, all right? But look at that. Look at that grouper fillet, baby. That is so thick. That is like at least 2 inches thick. Gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna put this guy to the side. You can see there, we did a pretty good job. Got all that delicious grouper meat. Now, for the fun part, we're going to be skinning them. You can leave the skin on if you want to cook it like that, but we are not going to do that today. I'm going to switch to my Darcizzle blade, my 6-inch curved fillet knife. And I'm just going to cut these pin bones a little bit, get that started, just like that. Now, I'm going to start with the 7, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to try to go all the way down the fish here. It's going to be very difficult, and he's pretty thick and wide. So we're just going to take our time, keep the blade up a little bit, and then I'm going to make a cut. I'm going to stop the fillet right about here, make a cut. Look at that. This is one way to handle it and keep it in manageable pieces. Look at that gorgeous meat. It looks like grouper cheek meat. Like that's how delicious this meat looks already. And the grouper cheek meat is a delicacy. And you see I kept that blade just a little bit up. He definitely has a red bloodline very close to the skin. So just keep it up. And I'm just gonna do the same thing all the way down, getting every piece of this meat. There we go. And now I make another cut. This is gonna feed like 2 people right here. This is so much meat. You can see we're just keeping them in equal sized pieces so that it cooks evenly. Oh man, that looks so good. Just laying it right there. Now the head meat, the meat that's closest to the bone is usually the tastiest meat. There's the pin bones I just cut out. And there's the last piece, all right? So we broke that up into manageable sections, and I got every piece of meat, maybe left a millimeter on the skin, but not the end of the world. We did a great job. So that's how we fillet a delicious Warsaw grouper. So we'll meet you guys in the house for the cooking with pudding portion of this video.
Woo, all right, Darcizzle.
Let's do it.
Woo, this is gonna be delicious. I can't wait. But first, guys, I wanna talk, we mentioned in the beginning, the video is brought to you by HAIRCLUB.
Yeah.
One of Darcy's great sponsors. And so she has a code, Darcizzle10. And what's the big, love your hair, live your life?
Correct.
That's the big saying. And again, boys and girls can go there. And a great place for hair restoration and any sort of salon services you want to do. So please check that out if you're,
Yeah,
if
and
you're
I'll link
interested.
all the hair products that we use down below. So
Yes.
check them out, and you can use our promo code.
There you go. All right, now how I cook this. Now this is our first time ever having Warsaw. Can't believe we caught this fish so shallow, close to shore. Totally awesome, never did it before. So I just cooked it in butter and garlic salt. And you see I had all the things spread out here.
That's what we do with fish we've never caught.
All the time, right? And you can cook a delicious meal like this very simply, and this is how you do it. So again, like I always tell you, I cut it in half because it was so thick. So I have 2 nice slabs here, just salt and pepper. Preheated the pan, put some butter in there. Put the fish in the pan, and put it 2 or 3 minutes, and you can see here, it freaking looks delicious. Flipped it over, had a nice browning on the side. Okay, after a couple minutes more, you can stab your fork in there and see what's done. Obviously, the thinner piece is gonna cook faster. You don't want to overcook any fish whatsoever, ever. So we took that piece off first. Then I actually scooped some butter on the other one. Great idea, and you can see. It just looks incredibly delicious, okay?
We're like drooling over it in the pan. Like it
was
might have been
insane.
like the prettiest fish that we've ever seen. Just watching it cook, it was.
That's mostly due to the chef.
No, but it
Chef
was like
Puddin'.
but the actual fish is just different than everything else we've caught. Like it just looks so pretty.
I did
in
a
the pan.
phenomenally great job at cooking. it,
Okay,
is what-
let's try it. Let's try it. Here we go.
So good. It's a
So succulent.
succulent. To me, it's a little firmer than some other grouper.
Yeah, it just was tough to cut through.
Yeah, I wouldn't say tough, but firm.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it tastes more like lobster than almost anything else. Like the consistency of it. What do you think, Darcizzle?
I would have to say the same thing. The consistency is very similar to lobster, and it doesn't fall apart on your fork. Like you literally gotta like get in there to like make a piece. So it's very firm and just very similar to lobster and not fishy, of course, guys.
No, not at all.
This is amazing. I'm going to stuff my face and sound like a pig stuck in the mud. So until our next adventure, guys, follow your dream and keep on catching, just like we did.
Please like, comment, and share. And if you want to watch some more Darcizzle videos, we picked this one out just for you.